My father was a pastor, and he still is. And my mother, of course, First Lady. So growing up, I was very involved within the church. But you know, PKs, we tend to kind of drift off and do our own thing, try to find our own identity, we rebel, whatever. But I ended up starting to find out that there wasn't as much love, there wasn't as much guarantee of hope in things like drinking and partying and having sex with random people. There wasn't as much fulfillment in that. It was a cycle. It went and it happened and that was it. There was nothing else after that. And there was a hole in my heart. I was empty. And so I remember being about 15 years old, and I was just really sick. I became really sick. And I was laying flat on my back in the hospital. And I had 3 blood transfusions, and I was losing weight continuously. I lost like 20 pounds in a week. I just remember the concern in my mother's face. I remember the tears in my father's eyes, and I didn't know what was going on. Nobody knew what was going on. The doctors, they just said, "Ma'am, we don't know what's going on, but if her heart count drops 1 more %, she will have heart failure." And so in that moment, I just remember sitting there and just praying within myself, saying, "God, I know I'm not where I should be with you. I know that I've snuck out of my parents' home while they were yet laying down, and I was out partying and disregarding you, disregarding how you felt about everything. But I promise you that if you deliver me off this table, off this bed, that I will live for you."
When you scream and it seems no one's listening.
And so he did it. I mean, he obviously cured me. And so I decided to live my life for him ever since then. Have I been perfect? No. And as a matter of fact, there was a whole nother angle that showed up. I tried to live for God, but I didn't realize the enemy also had a plan in that moment. And that plan was simply this: to try to make me perfect. To try to make me believe that I had to be perfect, that I had to fix myself, that I had to somehow, some way redeem myself. And so subconsciously I would go around and sing at events and go here and speak over people's lives, and you're free and you're this and you're that. And I didn't know that within my heart of hearts, I was chained up. I was bound up because I still was trying to fix this monster that I was yet trying to put behind the curtains so nobody could see it. And on October 16th, 2015, God intervened with grace like never before. And that entire week, he had me reading Psalms 51, and it talks about the praises or the sacrifices of God are that of a broken heart and a contrite spirit. And I didn't realize why he had me reading that the entire week leading up to October 16th. But finally, when October 16th came, everything was made clear. God used one of my closest friends to me, and he used her to tell me that I can't fix myself, and that when I try to fix myself, it's too scary to deal with myself or face myself, and that he loves me for who I am, not what I do. And that was a liberating thing. I mean, it was completely and totally liberating. The chain or the weight of having to be perfect was gone. And that's why I wrote this song. not knowing at the time, but that's why he had me write this song, He Will Save You. Even as Christians, every day we are still yet in need of saving. And I hope it blesses you.
That was anointed.